Hi there. 10 things of something, things you must give up to move forward.
Wait a minute, didn't I cover this one already? Well, I guess it's relevant to some of the stuff that we are talking about in this video, so... So for those who've been following, Chris Hansen, the host for To Catch a Predator, has been interviewing a lot of the victims of Greg, or Grooming Onion, or Onision, and Kai, originally known as Lanybot, who was also originally known as Taylor. And in his most recent interview with Billy, he drops a bombshell.
I should let you and our audience know that I did have a conversation with the FBI yesterday. A little bit of breaking news here. And obviously there is evidence that some of the young women have that could very well be of interest to investigators. And contact is being made within the Bureau between the different field offices involved here across the country, including Washington State, where a lot of this activity took place. But again, a reminder that even though Greg, Jackson, Onision, Kai apparently were very careful about ages in terms of having young women visit, sexual relations, and everything else, what many people in these cases don't know, don't think about, aren't aware of, is that the transmission of sexually explicit pictures of people younger than 18 is a federal crime. It can either be enticement, it can be the transmission of child pornography. It is a penalty which carries a sentence of 10 years per image. If it's a video, it's 10 years per frame. So there is a very good chance that there's going to be a criminal investigation here. And we will keep everybody posted.
So that's right. With more and more people getting involved and sharing awareness to the antics of Onision and his spouse, he is now being investigated by the FBI. Now, the biggest question is, how does Onision take that? Well, he takes it by responding with a bunch of bullshit videos. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Not a response. He uploads one video where he's crying for people to stop, that he doesn't want to go to the FBI, which we know that's fake. He makes one video where he talks about, I guess, one of Shai's pregnancies, even though he has no business to talk about that at this point. And re-uploads an old video, which again, I'm pretty sure I already responded to. So, with the current situation that Groomin Onion is in, why don't we go ahead and re-respond to this with some witty banter. So without further delay, why don't we go ahead and get started.
Some people say I'm not a person of progress.
And they're right.
Number one, you cannot let the opinions of others control your life. It's not about what others think, it's about what you think of yourself that counts. That's not exactly how the legal system works. Not that I'm in trouble with the law,
I have this image in my head right now with him repeating that one sentence where he's not in trouble with the law while he's being handcuffed and sent to prison.
Shut up, why would you suggest that? There's no one dead in my basement. You did that. I know you did that because it's not in the video. You can't rewind and hear it again. You did that. It was you. The shame of past failures. Guys really gotta let go of that whole five-something I was involved with. The massive... That's crazy, I know, but you gotta let go.
That's kind of hard to do for your victims. Something tells me, though, that if your victims confronted you, you wouldn't have the balls to say that to their face.
It says your past does not equal your future, all that matters is what you do right now, but I feel like in some cases the past does matter. Like if you cheat on Jacqueline Glenn with 4 women. Oh, I'm bringing up the past, okay. Don't dislike this video.
How can we when you're too much of a coward to enable likes and dislikes, as well as disable comments?
Oh shit! Burn! Burn!
You haven't even seen the whole thing. Give me a chance to really being indecisive about what you want. You gotta just say, you know what? I'm gonna my cousin. You gotta f your cousin, you know? Just stop being indecisive. Your cousin.
Well, Greg, this is why you're in trouble in the first place. But hey, Greg, take solace in knowing that probably once you're in prison, you'll be giving a lot of personal time to somebody probably by the name of Chuck or Bubba.
Do it. You ain't some kind of are you? Because I am. No, literally, I'm attracted to men, so... This is my coming out video.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
But I like chicks too. So I'm just... It says you will never leave where you are until you decide where you'd rather be. Well, bye. Something else Marky Boy said was this. Marky says procrastinating on the goals that matter to you. You gotta give up procrastinating if you want to move forward. Nah. You gotta stop choosing to do nothing. That was Adolf's position during World War II, and look where that got us, you know? He moved forward, and then he ended his own life.
You know, I could see people, you know, trying to take this to heart, you know, some of these steps to heart, and making their lives better for it. And Onision has to take a steaming pile of crap all over everybody who tries to make their lives better by comparing them to Hitler.
What an asshole!
There you go, JJ. Your need to be right. You don't need to be right all the time, JJ. By the way, I'm JJ.
Greg, let me tell you a little secret. No matter how many times you're gonna try to force people to remember your name change, nobody's gonna follow up with it. Because at this point, you trying to change your name is, or at least at the very least, seems like you're trying to push the blame or try to hide, in a sense, from what you've done. And there was some speculation, which I don't think it's true, I don't think it works that way, but some people were speculating that, let's say if you were in trouble with the law, which so far, again, you're being investigated by the FBI, you trying to change your name will throw them off, which, again, I don't see that happening. There's usually some public record or something like that, I believe, as far as I know. But I don't think that a whole name change is going to really do anything for you. It's not doing anything for you when it comes to the public eye, when it comes to YouTube and social media. It's not going to do anything for you when it comes to what's going on in your life. So you can just quit that crap.
But no, yeah, I don't need to be right. I just am. Who cares? Who cares? Let me be in love with myself, okay? It's better than hating yourself like you do. I hate myself too. It's an illusion.
It's hilarious he thinks that anybody that talks about him must hate themselves because they talk about him in a negative light. As if we're trying to fill some kind of void or wanting in ourselves by talking negatively about him. Hate to break this to you, but no, that's not the case. I can't speak for everyone, but when it comes to, let's say, my life, per se, I have a lot going for me. I myself have a really good job. I do this on the side. On occasion, I play the video games that I like and the new ones that I was anticipating, like Death Stranding. By the way, quick promo. If you guys want to watch me play video games, I premiere or stream my episodes of what game I'm playing around noon Pacific time. So if you guys want to watch me play video games for an hour, 2 hours or so, go check them out. But getting back on topic, I know that you want to assume that people have, are hopeless, emotionless individuals, or at the very least, are depressed, and the only reason they make their content on you is because they want to fill that void inside themselves. But again, no, you can't assume what people are thinking or feeling.
Number 7, never gonna move forward if you stop running from problems and blah, 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 blah. You got a problem that needs to be fixed, stop running from it. A 5-year-old could have told me that. I'm pretty sure 5-year-olds have told me that. I'm like sucking my thumb while rocking next to them going, how am I gonna solve this, Jimmy? By the way, I'm not Jim, I'm James. They're Jimmy.
No, you're Greg. Moving on.
James and Jimmy are not the same name, despite how many autistic like you think it is. As I was saying, so I was punching the 25-year-old in a...
I thought my jokes were bad.
The only funny thing about that statement is he probably wishes he had the balls to do that.
Number 8, making excuses rather than decisions. What? So in other words, they just like masked procrastination and rephrased it a bunch of times. I think what it's describing is the person that you would hate to know. You want to go to the grocery store to finally get the groceries? How could you ask me that? After all, you know, my mother died 10 years ago and I'm still not over it. You get the eggs, Jimmy. Jimmy, don't you call me Jimmy. If you guys call me Jimmy in the comments, I swear to God, I will jump from a bridge.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yep, I'll jump from a bridge. I get to pick the bridge.
What, and let you pick a bridge that's like, what, a couple feet off the ground? No. If you're gonna take that challenge, and you know what? You should let the audience decide.
Screw it.
Number 9, it's okay, I like it blurry. It's fun blurry, it's better blurry. Don't you love it blurry? Overlooking the positive points. If you want to move forward in life, you gotta look in the mirror and say, I'm not f***ing dead yet, so I guess that's good. My ex-wife took everything. And thing number 10, not appreciating the present moment, which kind of sounds like the fucking other ones. Like, seriously, you could have just summed this up with, don't be a low-life, depressing, self-doubting, and
So don't be like you then.
then people would be like, that's how you move forward. But no, I was in a rut, so I needed to find out how to move forward, and I just did. So thank you, Faces, appreciate it. Now, if all of that was censored and you have no idea what's going on, my patrons recently voted for me to stop censoring. Pain in the ass for me. Great for patrons. Thanks for supporting me, guys. God, you're so holy nice.
This is awkward.
Well, Greg, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you pass on to the next life, there's a special place in hell for you.
Hey, I know it's not my place or anything, but could I throw in a suggestion torture?
Sure, what? You want me to do what with the fork? Buddy, I like the way you think.
I got a quick dumb video for you. No one else is going to get this explanation, context, anything. I don't even know what channel I'm putting this on, if I'm even putting it on a channel, but today I was talking to a couple of patrons, and they told me that someone said that I locked them out of my room, and when they were banging and crying on the door, that I was allegedly masturbating to the sound of their crying.
You know, with the behavior displayed by Greg, I could totally see him doing that.
And they said, allegedly they said this, that they knew I was masturbating allegedly because they could hear it through the door. So I wanted to make this video because I feel like that's such an awesome thing to say.
How and why?
That it deserves to be a little song comedy sketch thing.
You're fucking weird.
And this is because I've literally never heard of anyone ever doing anything even remotely close to that, specifically because masturbation takes a lot of concentration, and someone screaming and banging on a door just gives me anxiety. I think it gives everyone anxiety. Okay, that's a whole new genre of exciting.
Exciting would probably be the last way to describe what you're talking about. Creepy would probably be more accurate.
Work it, Greg. Work the short shorts, Greg. Work it harder, Greg.
I'm working the short shorts.
Work the short shorts, Greg.
Like I work the short shorts?
I like how you work the short shorts,
like
Greg.
short shorts being worked?
Work the...
What the fuck?
So I found out that apparently that clip was a video that he recorded when he was still a Shiloh. The only reason I would think that he would, re-upload a video like that and repost it on his channel is to possibly discredit Shiloh, but at the same time failing in the process.
Hey guys, we announced that Shiloh was pregnant a little while ago, and since then we've been going to a doula, which is someone who handles, kind of like at-home births, but it's not really at home, it's in a special facility that's very calming and a very positive environment to have a baby in.
So it seems like this is another video that was uploaded, or at least created around the time that Shiloh was around. But again, it begs the question, why even bother re-uploading this?
For a natural birth, which I encourage all of you to do just because, women are built to push babies out normally and not be cut up so the doctor can get home in time to play golf during the weekend.
I'm sure there's more to it than, the doctors just wanting to go and play golf. Like maybe perhaps there's some risk to the baby or the mother, but, you don't care about that stuff because, once again, you hate doctors. But let's continue.
Unfortunately, most people, get C-sections, or a lot of people get C-sections, and because of that, I don't know, women don't know the feeling of having a natural birth these days. A lot of them don't, and that's just, it's a shame because it's a bonding experience with the child. Anyway, so we went to the doula, And she was trying to find the baby with a microphone. She's trying to find the heartbeat, and she kept finding, Shiloh's pulse, but she wasn't finding the baby's pulse. And because it was supposed to be about 12 weeks, it should have been, pretty significant size. Well, she couldn't find it on the microphone with a microphone, so she decided to put on an ultrasound. It wasn't that good of an ultrasound, I guess, because she said she couldn't, tell the detail or anything. But there was this really awkward moment where she was looking for the baby, and then she saw this little tiny thing.
Seriously, why bring this up? Or why re-upload this?
I don't know what. And there's like this big black hole on the screen, and then there's this little dot at the bottom of the black hole. And what she said, first of all, she said, well, this is never fun. And we're like, okay, what does that mean? And she was like, well, either your baby died like 6 weeks ago, and it's just waiting to being miscarried, or it was just like it's a new baby. It's only 5 weeks or so. But that's like, this is the thing. They were at the time trying to be optimistic, and I didn't want to be a pessimist about it. But how is it like, 2 months ago or so, we got a positive reading on a pregnancy test, and since then Shiloh hasn't miscarried, and yet weeks after the pregnancy test was positive, she allegedly was impregnated. My question is what happened to the first baby if the baby is, this is a new baby?
So, again, I'm trying to rack my brain around this. Why upload or re-upload this video? You have, or at least you're not doing anything with Shiloh anymore. There's really no purpose of you uploading this video talking about her pregnancies. And I want to point out too, because to some extent, I try to keep a close eye when Onision's content comes up, because at this point, like I said in an earlier video, I'm going to be doing less Onision videos, but they'll be longer with me responding to a couple of his videos. This video is privated, or at the very least is only seen to people that are subscribed to him. So my question is, at this point, why share this if you're not going to, or at least not re-upload it, if you're not going to have the balls to show everyone what you're re-uploading? My only guess is that he knows he's going to get backlash for this video being public.
So with this logic, it's unfortunate but fair to assume that Shiloh and I lost our baby.
You dumb fuck!
To a miscarriage. When she got pregnant, we were told, well, normally you probably shouldn't announce that you're pregnant until 12 weeks, because that's when the pregnancy is actually stable, and a lot of people have miscarriages before then. But we were excited about it, and that's why we announced it and everything. So I'm not going to be a father, and Shiloh's not going to be a mother for the time being. Or so it appears. I don't know, some crazy thing could have happened where there was a miscarriage that was unknown, and the baby actually is new. I don't know how that's even possible, though, because there's got to be something that leaves, and then, I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant.
Hey, you said it, not me.
So a lot of people take a very narrow-minded, in my opinion, perspective on the FPS diesel fights, and I just wanted to explain that to you guys because it's very obvious that people don't get it, and I don't really. I mean, I understand why they don't get it because they don't want to get it, but if they actually watch this video, they'll get it.
Just so you understand, a lot of people understood way before you decided to record and upload this video. But I'm going to say this right here. This little response isn't going to make you look less of a coward than you already are.
I want you to imagine there's somebody that, Joy Sparkle, for instance. If Joy Sparkle was put in FPS Diesel's body. Joy Sparkle is a person who made over 100 hate videos about me, or just hateful or whatever. Nobody likes being criticized.
Yeah, nobody likes to be criticized. However, we shouldn't ignore the criticism, because sometimes criticism shows us our flaws. And it ends up being our choice to whether be better or worse, because we don't accept it.
consistently. Unwanted negative attention is what qualifies people as stalkers. So if you consistently give someone unwanted negative attention, you qualify as a stalker.
If that were the case, then every news channel would be considered stalkers then for reporting on, a variety of news or constantly harping on certain people for their news channels. What I'm saying is, you can't qualify somebody doing a video on you as obsessive or unwanted. We're not stalking your house to see every little thing that you're doing. We make our videos, and then once it's uploaded, we're done. Until you do something else that's stupid, that is.
And that's part of why I apologize to Eugenia Cooney, and part of why I'm so glad that she said she was grateful for the videos I had made recently.
If I recall, she was grateful that you weren't being an insufferable jackass. Videos that honestly you should have stopped doing, considering that you said this.
Eugenia Cooney, if you see this ever or hear about this ever, just write me an email and say, please stop, and I'll never make a video about you again.
Mistletoe. Now pucker up and kiss it, Whoville!
Just because of the fact that it kind of made me feel less horrible about the videos where I criticized her condition. And while those videos were helpful to a lot of people, I still didn't feel great about them just because I didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that it was helpful to people. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Anyway, so Joy Sparkle created over 100 videos. Repsian is the new Joy Sparkle, essentially, which is ironic because he had beef with Joy Sparkle, and it later on was revealed that she's actually completely, totally insane. And racist, I guess. And now it's coming out that Repsian might be racist, too. Or at least his girlfriend might be racist. And you can have internalized racism, just so you know.
What a pathetic way to try to denounce the people that have been criticizing you.
Just because you grow up in Israel or whatever doesn't mean you're not racist when you publicly hate on Jewish people or whatever. Anyway, so let's say, Joy Sparkle is a dude that's in FPS's body, right? And then FPS challenges me to a fight. Well, of course I'm gonna have a lot of frustration and I'm gonna accept the fight because that's a person who's been harassing me endlessly over 100 videos or so and actually caused significant problems in my life.
From personal experience, how I can tell when somebody's a manipulator? Somebody who will take somebody or take a group and try to manipulate them to make them believe everything that they say is when they can never accept responsibility for things that they've done. See, the things you've done to Sky, Shiloh, Adrian, Sarah, and the many others that we probably don't even know, that's you. We didn't do that. That's on your head. And at this point, everybody sees you for what you are because everybody is a victim of you, is telling their story. They know you for what you are now.
It was very annoying to see her show up in search results when you search for my name because it's I'm trying to make funny videos here, I'm trying to make really cool videos here, and people are just bringing up stuff from forever ago that didn't even happen. That whole, what about that girl who said no, no, no to you? She never said no, 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 and she apologized vaguely and wanted to hang out with me and gave me her phone number, etc. You got to pay attention to all the facts. When somebody makes up a story and then later on they say that they want to hang out with you and that they are coming to your town and they want to be friends and so forth and gave your phone number, these are all indicators that, they're pretty chill with you.
I'm sorry, and this is a re-upload, by the way. That he's also posting. I don't know why he's uploading all these or re-uploading all these videos all of a sudden, but I have to disagree considering the fact that all of your victims' stories tell or paint a different picture on how you are with people. I'm sorry, not just you and your spouse.
And additionally, when they apologize, vaguely, generally apologize for the past, then clearly there's some remorse on their end. Anyway, so let's say, hypothetically, that Joy Sparkle was in FPS Diesel's body, because I wouldn't want to fight Joy Sparkle, because, let's be blunt, she's a girl, and you don't hit girls.
As far as we know, at this point, when it comes down to it, you won't hit girls, but you will shame them off the internet using your following as well as trying to torture them mentally by mental abuse, tell them that the only way that they can fix the relationship is by shaving their head or doing very obscene things to themselves, having them chained in your basement with a sign around their neck to shame them. Yeah, you're never living that down.
But if she was a guy's body, there'd be no reason for me to deny that fight. The problem with FPS Diesel is that I don't know the guy. I don't have any reason to be mad at him, and I don't want to beat up somebody who I don't dislike. I don't have any problem with FPS Diesel, so I don't want to punch his face in. You know, it's a normal human condition where even though someone might be paying you money or whatever, I just don't want to hurt them. The only people I would want to hurt are the people who have hurt me or my family or both.
Are you serious?
And that's a normal human thing, I think. And the idea that people don't understand that is bonkers to me, just because of the fact that, like, this is a really normal human thing. You don't want to fight people who you have no beef with. And I have no beef with FPS Diesel.
The ironic thing in this whole situation with Onision FS Diesel, if I pronounce that name correctly, is that he's done a few videos on Onision. The only reason he's saying all of this is because people have been calling him out on the whole, oh, I won't fight him unless we get $1 million funded for the fight. Like, that's gonna happen.
Now, I did tell FPS Diesel that if he raised $1 million for charity, that I would fight him. And that was because, you know, $1 million is really worth it to get beat up or whatever, because he's he's been gym training for a while or something. He's a pretty buff guy. So, you know, I would want something good to come out of it. But in cases where it's somebody who's been harassing me or harassing my family, like Repsian tried to actually destroy my marriage before my marriage was even a thing, contacting my in-laws, and he mentioned the first and middle names of children in my family in his videos, exposing that to the world. And, you know, just generally even remotely covering any family members, like, you just don't do that. It's like a really messed up thing. So you don't bring people's young family members into a situation, and you also don't try to destroy someone's marriage. So
I'm pretty sure that when it comes to, let's say, the names of, like, children or people in general, that's public knowledge. If people look hard enough, they could probably go find it. Now, I'm not telling everybody to go find his family's information, but all in all, if people wanted to, they would find it. And forgive me, but I think the only reason that your children are covered was because it was found out that your children's names were named after some of the characters from your books. And I have to point out that these were characters, or female characters, that your main character, which is usually a representation of you, would have sex with.
that's what this guy did. Of course, my in-laws think he's crazy, and because he reached out to them, he's just an online stalker. I don't think anything better defines someone as an online stalker than that. Reaching out to your in-laws, and also, you know, trying to spread the word of what what children in your family's names are. Just like detestable stuff. So yeah, as I said before, I'm good with pretty much everyone. So people keep bringing up Eugenia Cooney, and Eugenia Cooney and I are great. Eugenia Cooney is a beautiful, awesome human being, and she's thanked me for making my supportive videos. So I just don't...
Keep stroking your ego, Greg. Again, whatever helps you sleep at night. Now, as you guys can see, with this particular video, I've been responding to a lot of other videos from The Onion. And it turns out, as I was recording this, and I'm saying this now at the 30-minute mark, Greg has been re-uploading a lot of his older videos. And I think some of them I haven't even responded to. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna say that if this whole FBI investigation goes through, what is it, 5 to 10 years in prison for soliciting pictures back and forth. I'm kind of looking forward to that, where he's not uploading videos anymore. In fact, he won't be on the internet for a extended period of time. But I digress. Let's continue.
Howdy, what's up? Let's share some of my greatest games I ever, but the greatest games I like the greatest video games, the greatest ever. My opinion.
Oh, cool. Another video that I have already responded to, I think. If this is the same one he falsely claimed, then yes, it is.
Patron of mine texted me and specifically requested this video. That's right, they know my phone number. First up, Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 2. The Metal Gear Solid 2, it's an awesome game. Not one of the greatest, it's actually kind of confusing, but it's pretty good. The Bouncer, it's one of the games they made right after Final Fantasy VII, I think. Not really that much like Final Fantasy VII, but I thought it was cool at the time. It kind of sucks now. Tekken.
You know, even though that these are all good games, when he talks about this, and I think I mentioned this in my last video, we don't actually see him play the games. I mean, they're short snippets of the games. He doesn't really give good explanations as to why he likes them. And I want to point out too that there's a possibility that he may have stolen a lot of the footage from all these other games, from other content creators.
Tag Team Tournament. This game has the kicks, it has the punches, it has all the amazing stuff. Some people would say this is the greatest fighting game of all time. Other people would say, shut up, Dad, stop telling me about Tekken. We Heart Katamari, no doubt one of the greatest games of all time. I love it. You're basically rolling around as a giant ball and collecting those things, and they're alive, some are dead. But eventually you get as big as, planets and stuff, and it's amazing. Then we have the original Metal Gear Solid. It's an incredible game. It's one of the greatest games of all time. But if you've never played it before and you went back and played it, you might be confused and not think it's as great, because back then the graphics were actually good, and now they're...
Damn it, Wade!
Well, that was boring. Sorry, everybody.
Hello there. This might be the shittiest thing you've ever seen in your whole life.
Well, when you have somebody who's close to their 40s acting like an emo tween, going on camera trying to entice and talk about sex all the time, that would probably be the shittiest thing I would see.
I don't know, but this is a beta test. It's not a real thing. This isn't the complete project, but we're gonna around with this. We're gonna Something tells me this young lady wants to gobble my and by that I mean she's genetically predisposed to crave. Unless she's a lesbian, okay? She was probably...
Yep, you're definitely going to hell.
Don't say that, James. Don't. Oh, hey there, Dev. Still going through the PTSD of yelling at other people? Big Fly just face palms. Everyone else has no idea what I'm talking about. Except for Blasian, but Blasian doesn't count as a person. Go away, Dev. No, I'm just kidding, though. I'm sure Dev's a great guy. Guys, I you not, if you go to Bing right now and type in retro chick, this chick who looks just like a hipster Marklar. Seriously, did she, like, trademark retro chick? All right, we're turning the safe search off. So that's what happens when you turn the safe search off. My has just got this year.
So it's safe to assume that this is one of those videos that, you probably uncensored for your Patreon. And more than likely, you have minors watching your content. Cool. Okay.
You guys, I just don't get it. You type in retro chick with the safe search off and suddenly women are being sexually objectified. I just want to say that I'm against sex objectification. It is wrong and... Oh, actions, not words. Look at this guy. He's like, I don't see my Nintendo DS game in there. Ma'am, I'm gonna need to check your pulse. No, the pulse between your legs. Thank God, someone who isn't a total whore shows up for a retro check. Although I wonder why she's wearing the tablecloth. Listen, even for patrons, I had to censor out part of this image, but I just wanted to say that looks just like my mom. Oh my God, that's so weird to see my mom show up in this is horrible. Can I just say? I hate this entire video. It's absolutely disgusting.
Then why upload it? Oh wait, that's right, because you get off on controversy.
I'm ashamed of myself and I'm sorry, but I'm still gonna upload it and edit and all that stuff because I don't know what sorry means.
Oh, we know you don't. If you were actually sorry, then you wouldn't be doing this kind of crap.
These guys are mad because I all their girlfriends. Now I'm gonna blow their brains out like I their brains out. Nothing like drinking a nice glass of high fructose corn syrup with your big old t's out. Why does your nose look like a giant knob? And I know that contradicts everything I said on Twitter, but I am not the same person as that tweeting. I don't know that little boy social justice warrior. Uh-oh, bro. Okay, you got a big nose. Make fun of my rosacea. I don't care anymore. Big nose. Uncle Roger, what do you mean I'm adopted? I'm not Asian. I'm clearly white. It's okay, I ain't this. Not in the bedroom, at least. Let us all now take a break and stare at the blue dress. It's not yellow, you f***ing morons. It's blue. We're now staring at this dress to avoid the awkward discussion about all the f***up we've seen today. Wow, look at that f***ing hog. The motorcycle's pretty cool too, but what a hog. As a police officer, I have to make sure I do my job diligently. Like that. Make sure he can't keep it in the afterlife. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank the Lord a white woman's here. I mean, white's... Oh, shit. I mean, white people. God, I love this. It's like my favorite picture ever. You don't even have to see what it says after Imagine. Okay, I'll show you. It says because you'll never have a chance. Well, spoiler alert, the top woman's feels just like the bottom woman's because all pretty much feels alike unless she's anyone I ever dated, in which case they're all fucking s***s.
You know, with all the videos that he's re-uploaded, it's funny that he wants to say something like that when he just re-uploaded that video about moving forward or giving up or whatever.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Get it, guys? Because she has a dirty, disgusting, nasty I'm pretty sure I just contracted her by looking at this photo. You know what they say, sharing is caring. Who wants her I wasn't I was not Why would I even mention not being if I wasn't I was not Baby chicks make cute birthday presents, and then you like feed them once in a while and a coyote eats their head off, and what a shame though. Back in the old days, kids smoked cigarettes because they were miserable, and it was the only way to deal with their fatherless home and their crack mother. Nerd girls, yet staying below most guys' radar. I don't think she's below the radar because she wound up being a meme, where we can all collectively admire her plastic drinking. Dip me in beer and throw me the alcoholism, depression, broken home, and eventually AA meeting. I was raped. I wasn't. I was.
You know, it's interesting to see Onision digging himself into a deeper and deeper hole, because at this point he's convincing more and more people to fill it back up as he goes further down.
You know what's funny about all these women flipping us off? They're all f***ing dead. How many have you sucked? Like, by the time you turn 8, drunk girls dig me. Did you know that when you sleep with a drunk girl, you just her? Oh, prison for you. Okay? Alright.
What? What the fuck?
Hey, guys!
Way to play up the emotion for the camera, Greg.
I was on my Patreon Discord today, and you guys went ahead and let me know. Apparently you're sending the FBI after me?
No, people aren't sending the FBI after you. The FBI is finally taking a notice of some of the criminal things that you've done.
I just wanted to let you know how disappointed I am, you know? The FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I need a nap! I need a nap! What are you doing?
Tell me, would it be sadistic to say that, I don't care? And if anything, this has been a long time coming. And if these are real emotions, then you know what? I'm not sorry for you. This is what you deserve for being a very shitty person.
Now you're gonna try and get Mulder and Scully to show up on my doorstep! I'm not an alien! Oh my god.
I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna give this acting a 1 out of 10. I'm not very convinced about his sorrow, about how he feels about his situation.
But I know Donald Trump is like all about like cracking down on aliens, but I'm not. First of all, I'm not. Why would you call the FBI?
This would be way more convincing if, you know, there was actual throw up. I know a lot of people wouldn't want to see that, but you know what? Maybe some kind of dribble or something from his mouth. Let's be real here. We all know that you're just hamming it up for the camera.
So you could, like, call him not on me? Don't do that. I know I'm older than taking it. Area 51. Please, 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 please. Don't let him take me, please.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but with the FBI doing an investigation for you sharing explicit pictures, I'm sorry, you and your spouse sharing explicit pictures back and forth with minors, as well as, you know, the pictures of half-naked minors, and I say, I'm using minors as, you know, from kids to teenagers, that are underage, in your videos, you are more likely going to have to suffer from a federal charge, which if I'm correct, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, is a 5 to 10 year sentence. So, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You're fucked. Alright. I gotta say, this has turned out to be a very, very long video, and like I said in one of my previous responses, is instead of making video by video responding to each of his videos, I'm just gonna make a extensive video responding to a lot of the stuff that he uploads. Sometimes responding to stuff he's already uploaded in the past. Oh boy. So, thank you guys for watching. Truly appreciate it. As I mentioned earlier in the video, if you guys want to watch gameplay, and I'm promoting this heavily because I want other people to watch the videos that I've been uploading, go check out some of the Let's Plays. At some point, I need to take the time to make playlists for some of the other games I've been playing. So, if you guys can, go check that stuff out. Recently, I've been uploading videos for Death Stranding, which has been a really fun game. And I stream, or at least premiere, the Let's Plays that I've recorded around noon Pacific time. So go check it out. As well as check out some of the other stuff that myself and the Novakast crew have uploaded, and as well as streamed. If you guys want to follow them as well, links are in the description for their social media, so go check them out as well. Check us out weekly in our podcast, which is Sunday around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you for watching this extensive viewing of responding to Onision's BS. With that being said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.